It is 5:35 exactly. The meeting of the Laredo Commission for Women today is May the 13th, and I'm now calling the meeting to order. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we have roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Maria Zambudio.
Here.
Guadalupe Ramirez.
Here.
Amber Avis Hinojosa. Absent. Mary Lou Ibarra.
Here.
Silvia Palumbo.
Present.
Esther Pirova. Absent. Maria Yvette Romero. Absent. Diana Rodriguez. Absent. Sandra Cavazos Ayala.
Present.
Rosa Maria de Llano.
Present.
We have a call.
Okay, did Amber say she was coming?
She didn't answer me.
And did Diana say she was coming?
She had emailed that she was coming.
And
Ok,
did,
aquí
who
lo
else are we
decir. Ya
missing?
viene día de hambre.
Okay.
Sí,
Okay, thank you.
Sí, apenas van a empezar. Ok.
Okay, who else are we missing?
Miss Romero, she
Te
didn't answer
estaba dando la
that
vuelta.
email.
Okay. All right, then let's continue with roll call already. Citizens' comments? We don't have any citizens.
No.
Communications and announcements? Okay, minutes. All right, let's go on to the minutes of April the 8th. Okay, that was last month, right? Meeting was held at Joy. Okay, you wanna take a minute? Did we have a meeting in April?
Yes. Yes.
You were
I
not
wasn't
here.
You were not here. It was a
We
very
still
short
had a
meeting.
meeting. Oh, that's right, you did it, that's right, that's right. I
Mhm.
wasn't here, that's why. Okay, that's right, so yeah, you ran the meeting, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Esther's here coming.
And
Yes,
Esther, hi Esther. For the record, Esther's here, Esther Peroba.
It was a short meeting.
It was.
I approve to have the meetings approved.
Sí, and I second.
Okay, there's a first and there's a second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Okay, the minutes have been approved. Thank you, ladies. Okay, now we go to discussion and possible action regarding the following items. Okay, so, I have been reading the bylaws that we have in place currently, just to make sure that, you know, we're following the bylaws, that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing as far as our duties and so on. And I asked Ms. Solis to please provide you all a copy. So you all should have this little blue notebook. And in here are the copy that she has retrieved from the attorney, what's her name?
Ms. Holmes, Amber Holmes.
Amber Holmes is the attorney, and she said that these are the bylaws. But as I was reading the bylaws, I noticed there are some discrepancies. So, if the committee is all right, I would like to go over at least a few of the items. And then if we're finding that we're having some issues or some concerns that maybe, hi Diana.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I apologize.
It's okay. And so I did find some things that were not in accordance to what we have been doing. And then it's been suggested that after we discuss some of these things or look over them, that maybe we can have a committee. I would assign a committee, right, to review them. And then at the next meeting, we will discuss what was found or what was discussed at the committee meeting. Okay, and let's start with the first one, Article 1. everyone should have, Ms. Diana, you have this, the bylaws are in here, okay? Everyone should have them on the first, second page, not the first one, it's just,
The actual ordinance.
the actual ordinance, okay?
It's the second page?
It's the second page, where it says Article 1, it starts with Article 1.
Write this down.
Article 1, the name, no.
No.
The name of the commission shall be Laredo Commission for Women, hereinafter designated as the commission. Article 2, purpose and duties, and I really want to go over this with everybody because I was like, okay, I have some questions. The purpose of the commission is to promote equality in legal, social, political, economic, healthcare, and educational opportunity and advancement for all women throughout the city of Laredo. And the commission's primary functions are: 1, to identify and research topics and trends that significantly affect women in Laredo, and recommend assistance and services to improve the status of women in Laredo. I mean, I don't know, but since I've been on the commission, have we done that?
The survey?
Yes.
But we haven't identified and researched topics.
Well, and Amber had that business, that's the business, to encourage women in business.
Okay, so what did,
Yes.
which ones did we identify? Where were they identified? That's my question.
So that's the
Well,
beginning of the
that's-
survey.
To identify, okay, so let's continue this.
Yeah, that was the survey.
The survey, but have we gotten the results?
No, that we never followed through with it.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's my question, you see, it's
Yeah.
all like it says to do that, but we haven't really followed through.
But
Well, let's continue,
okay.
let's continue. To monitor federal, state, and local legislation and policies relating to issues affecting women. Have we done that?
Well,
We don't monitor, it's hearsay, I mean, what we hear as far as the pay increase, the
Yes,
sexual
yes.
harassments,
yeah.
but there's no one designated to monitor.
Yeah.
Those
Okay,
are just
so-
conversations that we
Yeah.
bring out.
Relating to which.
So I'm just reading the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
And-
okay, are
No,
we
no,
not
no.
doing
Love
what?
it.
Yeah.
A big thing would be
Yeah.
like abortion and all the issues
Yeah.
Yeah.
that have been negated to us, and that's a big, you know, but what can we
Okay,
do?
so let's continue.
I
because-
think all of this contradicts that I hear. The purpose of the commission is to do the Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of other things that we can do besides the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's why, let's
Yes.
continue, okay? Let's just kind of like think about these things. To participate and establish task forces and policy groups on issues affecting women.
Well, and that when we do when we did the health fair.
Yeah,
there's,
okay.
The things that,
So we have
Yes,
established a task force.
The
which is like the
healthcare
healthcare,
and the
okay.
business that Amber used to do
Women in-
several.
women in
Women in business, several
Okay.
times she did it. I
Okay.
think that was
and the
wonderful.
health things would.
Yes, the health, and we've been
Okay.
doing a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
coordinate and host the biannual Women's Hall of Fame, that definitely, that's. Number 5, to recommend to the
Yeah.
city council women who have been,
Yeah.
yes, that's done. Let's look at number 6, to make an annual written report of the commission's findings, activities, and recommendations to the city council.
Yeah, that's always done at the end of the
Yes,
term.
at the end.
At the end of the term, it
Yes.
is reported to
Do
the
you,
city.
have we done that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have, okay, very good. I just,
That, biannual.
Biannual.
Every
6
year.
months.
No,
This
Well,
one says annual
every-
report, at the end of the term, you present, well, we used to do it,
and we do it for the library.
because this is the first time that we've done it over here, but they always, at the end of all the different things that were done, it's reported to the city council.
yeah, and it's, we do it, every 6 months.
Mhm.
That's what's required.
Oh, so every 6 months.
And it's basically what you do here and the
Yeah.
And
activities
what
you
we've
do.
done, yeah, absolutely.
We've
yes.
always done it.
Mhm. Okay, so we've been doing it. And number 8, to seek assistance from the city council, yeah, and that's like they help us whenever we need help. Okay, so I guess that's like maybe number 1 and number 2 might be something that, I don't know, if we really need to do or get a, what else?
When
Did
it's
you do number 7? Did you read number
Number 7,
She
upon
skipped.
request, oh, I did,
You skipped.
upon
Yeah.
request to provide recommendations to city council on qualified women for appointments to the city boards, commissions, or committees.
And my question, do we do it as a board or do we do it individually? Because I've been doing it individually.
You know,
It should be as a board.
Individually,
Yeah,
but
because
should we do it as a
most
board?
of the councilmen know.
It's been individually.
I think we.
Because I recommend
Yeah.
it.
The board is.
I've been
You
recommending.
go to your own
people.
council
Yes.
member and you.
Yeah,
make the
Yeah.
I've been
recommendations.
recommending for library board, you
Yeah.
know, and for this also,
Mhm.
you know.
So then
and
should it be
years past.
specific here by individual committees
Well,
or by?
No, it's just.
It doesn't
request,
say anything,
upon
upon
request.
request from them.
Yeah, because it would be
Request.
hard for everybody to get together,
And
yeah.
the council members,
No.
sometimes they choose their own.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
want.
but they are willing to
Oh,
give
yeah.
recommendations.
Yeah,
Because
they-
many
they don't
times
fill it out.
they
They don't
don't
have
know,
Right.
or they don't know the people.
And they ask, what do
You
you
know,
think, and
yeah.
stuff like that, so we've already
So
been doing that.
I've been doing that.
So on article number 2, purpose and duties, it, okay, and I think
On
what
that
we're.
one, I'm sorry, on that one, I would say that it's, issues like, when there's, the federal, state and local, it's like more or less like when, Sylvia mentions, something like, okay, don't forget to vote.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes through
Right.
all levels, the federal, state and local.
Yeah, it just says relating to issues affecting women,
Yeah.
which is
The
voting,
the
voting
quality,
is one.
quality.
It could- and I'm thinking other things like health issues
Yeah.
or
Everything.
any other kind of issues that are, I'm curious to see the results of the survey.
It's just that it was never conducted.
Yeah.
Well, the survey went into, to be very honest with you, I don't have time to fill a survey like
It was
that.
90-some odd
And it
questions.
was a little bit too much in depth. That's not what I call that a thesis, I don't call that a survey.
Very academic.
So
It
a
was
survey
very
pretty
long.
much should be one-page survey.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a response.
Yeah.
So I don't qualify that as a survey, to be honest with you. But that's why you had a very small response.
But it never went out, it didn't officially go out.
Because of probably
And
those
she
reasons.
left. Also,
Yes,
she
she
And
left.
she left, so
She left, so we
if that
don't know.
survey, we would have to pick, sorry, I didn't mean to
No, no, no.
interrupt you. When we
We'd
do
have to pick
surveys,
one.
we pick the market that we're addressing, and those faxes, we call them and let them know, we're gonna be taking the survey, would you mind participating, marketing director? Can you get the staff, the women's staff to participate? They'll say yes or no, we would greatly appreciate it if everybody could just accept the email or send it back to us. That's really a quick survey. We don't have
Yeah,
the.
that-
I
the
don't
one
think
check.
we can do a complete survey because there's a lot of groups, well, not a lot, but como Sister Rosemary, hacer todo lo de los colonias y todo,
Sí, sí.
porque they go to
Yeah,
the.
yeah,
Y hay surveys, y hay gente que les pagan que hagan, porque this is a lot of work. And we're not really, I don't think, qualified nosotros para
To
poder
do a
hacer,
survey, well.
to do a survey, and then there were so many questions.
Yeah.
Well, and then
It
the
was
thing
too
is, if you
long.
answered something, it would skip a whole bunch of them.
Well, no, it did not. That
Pero
was
it-
one of the things I
yeah,
pointed out.
exactly.
Yeah.
You had to complete, in like, you know, do you have money for tampons? I mean, what should I
No,
do?
well,
And it kept on asking me.
I really
And
do
I-
think
I-
it is, the survey, if we could kind of reduce it somehow, I think it is important that we get a feedback from the women
Yeah, but
voters.
she left, the lady who was
Yeah,
doing it
but if
left.
we can kind of just maybe even reduce it to, if we
It
feel
had
that it's too
over
long.
100, you know,
Yeah,
like,
if we can kind of just reduce it, I think it is important that we get a feedback of what
Well,
women out
because
there.
then, I guess
women are
my
worried
only
about.
question
Right.
is because how do we know, well, we know there's a lot of issues.
We know
Yes.
the issues
But
that
do
we
we
have
have
here.
something to verify that?
So you know what, and thank you for addressing that. During the survey and all, quite frankly, none of us have time. Who's gonna spearhead it, who's gonna
We
run
know all
it?
it.
So
Okay.
here's what we can do, you each take the survey, I still recommend a one-page survey.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I would think that it's fine,
Each
but
of us,
I-
ask 10 friends.
Yeah.
10 friends, can you fill out the survey for me, make it simple,
And
and
from
bring
there
it to
we
the
get
next
our-
But
meeting?
what I'm saying is that I do think, or I do believe that it is important that we get a feedback from women out there.
Yeah,
You know,
to
it
get,
could
to
be-
actually have
you know what,
something
it-
concrete
right.
Yeah.
that
Because
says,
it- and
these are
this-
the needs.
And how do you do it? Do you go to your home? Do you do it?
The-
Muchos de ellos no
Web
tienen
County
internet.
Action Committee is doing one, not just for women, just for needs
But
and,
there's
yes.
so many groups
That we can piggyback.
I would just really, truthfully, the way that I've done certain, and that's not just me, okay? The way that I've been part of too is somebody says, Esther, I'm doing a survey on women, please help me with this, can you fill this out? And right there in front of me, they'll fill it out, and I bring it with me. It's not like, hey, I'll pick it up later. It's right then and there. And I don't think that it would be a difficult thing to do that. You see your coworkers, you see friends, you run into peers. I mean, I think that that would be an easy way of obtaining at least 10.
Well, we know that a lot of groups, like, go back to Sister Rose, y hay otros grupos que han hecho estas cosas. There already is out there. We ourselves know more or less what is the
What the
big
issue
problem
is.
here. We
Well,
can hear from
But it's
But
like Sandra said, have to
Pero-
agree.
Yeah.
Pero
Well, they
sí,
say like Sister Rose, if she has a survey out there, can we, like,
we need
Get
to
That's
talk
a different
to our
market.
sister with it.
Understand who you're surveying.
yeah.
But
But you want
what
the
market
different-
are we looking at? Because
Yeah, you
have-
can get different markets, you know that, okay, maybe the low income or people,
It's a
and then you
different
might have
market.
a market where all the business women are, women in the medical field,
Well,
women, and so you have
but
a,
that's why when we have the Hall of Fame, because that's the one that the state, or the ones that we put here that we were gonna be targeting, the Hall of Fame, because it's got different, como se dice, categories.
category.
And it does touch base on that, but it's very difficult to have a thing to serve. I mean, they've asked me to go down the street, and believe me, we don't even
Well-
get to first base. Ma'am, I'm busy, I can't. ¿Qué?
No, I
¿Qué
don't
quiere
think
decir
that we need
esto?
to go house to house, but
¿Verdad?
I do believe that we should get a feedback,
Yeah.
because if not, how are we helping
Yeah.
women?
But
we
what,
do anything.
What is it, business? We wanna do it for business, we
Right.
wanna do it for.
Well, can we
for
do
what-
10 on each? Like say,
Yeah.
give Sister Rose, can you do 10 surveys from your
Oh,
organization? Ms. Esther, can you do 10 from your,
but what is
Well,
our purpose?
that's-
What are we
I-
looking
I-
for?
no, I
Because
think-
if you
yeah.
get a
Okay,
survey for
may I have
ladies,
order again, please? Just,
One person at a time, because I mean, we have like 4 people
Yes.
speaking at the same
let
time.
me to answer your question, and then maybe I'll answer all the other questions. Why we're discussing the issue of a survey is because it says here that we, to improve the status of women in Laredo, again, relating to issues affecting women. So I'm just saying, we need to know what are the issues, be 1, 2, or 3 issues. It could be not, it doesn't have to be hundreds of issues. But so that we can say, well, based on this, whatever we do, is a survey or whatever, these are the issues that we want to address.
Well,
I don't know,
well,
that-
we're,
Go
if I
ahead,
may,
mira, ya tenía
Okay,
la-
I
Yes,
had my
yes, ma'am, your
hand
hand
before
is
you
up.
said anything.
You need to-
And nobody,
Go ahead,
Okay, my hand up.
go ahead. So, Rosa
You
Maria
first, you
first.
first.
Rosa Maria.
I forget, Dr., what was his name, her name? Dr. Maria Antonieta Reyes. She had the survey and she was doing it through a class because she was taking, and it was a very good survey. Too long was the downfall. You know, the pros, she addressed a lot of issues, but the cons were too long. But she had the idea to go to the mall and be at the mall, and I think that's a good idea.
Cause you
You
get all
know,
walks of.
and because you get all walks of people, all different people there, and if we could get, I think that's what I was trying to say. The thing is, would she let us use part of her survey? Because she already had it, I don't know. I'm sorry she left, she was wonderful.
I
She
think
was
she
a
went
very good asset. She was,
Ethics.
excuse me, I have the floor. Excuse me. I mean, porque ya me han regañado ahora, Judy. I
Go
mean,
ahead,
I
go
have the
ahead,
floor.
Rosa Maria.
I think, I was very sorry when she left. She was wonderful, very academic. I liked her survey, except that it was too long. And it went on, and like I gave you the example, she would ask one question, no, I have nothing to do with tampons or whatever. And then she'd still ask you, and do you go to the bank or whatever, and then you'd say no, and so that it was too much. But if we could get like just the most significant parts of that survey, because it was well made, and then just put it in one page, and then go to the mall as part of our activities, whenever November, December, we say the time, and that's my
Your point. Okay,
contribution.
next, Okay, over there.
But we need to identify as to what are we looking for. Are we gonna target that for women that can't even afford to buy the tampons and all that? Or are we gonna target women that have trouble getting a loan at the bank? Because that's a totally
Yeah.
different market.
That's right.
What problems we have, that they cannot get a mortgage loan, or someone who needs to go to food stamps. You know, they're very different.
And that's why I
Points.
think, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's why I think her survey was so long, because she was trying to target all
Everything.
the different areas. In her defense, I think,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
That's what I was going to say. She was trying to do that, but it gets to be too long to be done.
Yes.
So we cannot solve all the problems in the world with research, but we can touch the most important parts.
Yes, with
And
our
we cannot,
market.
right now, we're just theoretically, we don't know what we don't have it in writing.
Right.
Till we have it in writing, and I suggest you as our chairperson, you do it, you know, you can call
I can
her,
do that,
or
not
you
a
can,
problem.
you know, and then just get like the most poignant ideas, the most
Do a committee
basic,
to work on one.
basic, and
Okay.
then have it in writing, and then talk about it. We cannot talk right now.
So my question is, what do you mean improve the status of the woman? How are we gonna improve the status of the
Well,
woman?
that's why we're doing this, Esther, because it's in the bylaws. So if we have this as part of the bylaws, I say, are we following the bylaws?
So
or-
my question was, at one time, Sandra, we had suggested, and one of them was, the seminars that Amber had were great. But what we wanted to do was through the feedback, say, okay, those people don't know how to apply for a loan. Let's specify on that loan and have that in April. Oh, those people need legal advice. They don't know what their legal rights are. Let's get an attorney and address that in May. Do that per month and identify those issues. Now, I think
That's
we
right.
are improving the status because we are giving them the tools. We're telling them, this is the attorney, this is the accountant, this is the business, this is how you open up a business, here are all your sources for welfare that you might need.
And
you
how
know.
are we gonna do that, Esther? By identifying those needs.
Right.
And
No, I
how do we
understand that part.
identify those needs?
Yeah.
By a survey.
Right,
Bottom
okay.
line.
My concern was, and then what?
And then what,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about. Are we gonna do, we can concentrate on the medical area to give them advice on medical,
The five major ones.
dietary, with a
The
dietitian.
5 major ones here.
Yes,
The
diabetes.
legal, the law,
Yeah.
all of this, healthcare, education, business.
Yes, and then we can do a
That's right.
business and a financial.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I thought, or maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought these were just, we identify and we make the recommendations to city council, and they're the ones that have the programs to find the attorney or find the medical.
No.
That we're just giving the
Let's read it
recommendations
again
to.
carefully. Let's read it. It says, the purpose of the commission is to promote equality in legal, there they are, legal, social, political, economic, healthcare, and educational opportunities, right? So we know that those are the areas that we perhaps need to focus on. And then, so as a commission, we need to, it doesn't say city council, it says we need to identify and research topics and trends that significantly affect the women on Laredo and recommend assistance and services to improve the status. Recommend like whenever we have an event or things like that.
But I
But
think-
it doesn't say to recommend to city council. I don't see that here
I
unless
thought
I'm.
it's identify and recommend, but I thought our recommendations were, because didn't y'all say at one point that, we got in trouble because we were doing stuff?
We were raising money.
We were raising
Yes.
money.
We were raising
Fundraising.
money and,
Always tournaments.
those were.
That's not
I
in
thought that it was
Different
just
thing.
identify, and then we make the recommendations to the city.
I
It
don't see it.
doesn't say anything,
You know.
anywhere here. That's what I'm looking for, to see, that's what I'm saying, we need to really look at this to see if we wanna say, city council, we have these articles that we need to abide by, this purpose and duties of the commission. Is this, are we supposed to be doing this?
Without it, like you do a survey, you say, look, I've identified these are the issues, these are, you as a city council, will you have a healthcare fair and we'll be there to assist? I don't know.
And I think, and I understand your question, but I think we have an attorney, right, an assistant city attorney, her name is Amber Holmes. And I would like to either invite her to come here, and that way she can answer our questions as to what this means exactly, and hear it from her, because here we're all assuming, imagining, thinking, maybe it could
Or
be.
misinterpreting,
Or
because to me, I'm
misinterpreting,
thinking,
but
okay, we're just gonna
Yeah.
identify, based
Yes.
off of survey, identify, and
But
then make
she
a
can-
recommendation to
She
city
can give us
council.
more specific information as to what does this mean for us. Yes, ma'am.
Sandra, I think when we had Amber's conferences or whatever
Well,
we
she
were
had that-
already addressing the economic. We've been already addressing the health care when we had the cancer awareness. We've already been doing, not all of it, but we've been doing some. Now we can do legal by having an attorney here, and because we cannot solve the problems of the world or the Laredo or everybody, we cannot touch it, but we can, have an umbrella where they cover and have like weekly, or I mean, not weekly, monthly or every 2 months, a conference on educational investments, how to get a loan at the bank, how to do this, how to do that, problems that affect women that we know. We can research and we can, have something, but we all know that a lot of the problems in Laredo,
Yeah,
and we can
need to
address them,
identify them.
and we can address them through those conferences that we have, or I don't know what you call it.
But you know what? It's a good point, what you said. Because I'd love, to be honest with you, I would love to have a monthly seminar and address those that were the most that were mentioned and come up with a solution. But also, when you read it again, I saw your view and I went, oh, how are we gonna maybe city council wants to do something to have I understand, but maybe they want to intake that as well. So we are being proactive in doing the seminars, love them. But then also present them to city council and say,
And you do when you present your plan of action.
there you go. So we can do that, but be proactive and have those seminars once a month. But then again, go to city council and say, well, here they are.
Their month is too much.
Now what can you do?
It's too much
Oh,
once a
yeah,
month.
monthly is too much.
Monthly is too much, but I think, I'm sorry.
That's true.
I think we've been on the right track.
Yes,
I think we've been on the right
we've
track.
been doing good.
And the reason I said presented to city council, have you been to city council? I mean, they end up till
But
1 o'clock in the morning with
but
all the
it's the
agendas,
plan of
100,
action.
you know,
It
and,
is the plan of
you
action.
know,
and present.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and
I
then,
think-
so just so that when we do the plan of action, we can already identify the areas that we decided on, right?
I think previously we had done like a health fair,
Yeah.
because we've done different, and then, cause I remember I went to
Yeah.
Haynes, Recreation,
Yeah.
and for the tennis, cause at Haynes, there's a lot of activities that the city provides,
Yeah.
that we can go, there's yoga, there's tennis, there's dance class, all of that are programs the city has. And I remember I brought one from Haynes Recreation Center and to put up a booth so that they can let all the ladies go there, let them know everything that's available to them.
See,
I'm a market and Haynes Recreation attendant.
and
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yes.
That what the city already has, let's promote it.
Right.
Let's not
see.
invent the wheel,
Right.
you know,
Just
it's already
identify it.
there.
Just
Yes.
And
identify
just
it.
do it, I mean.
At the
because-
city, at the health
Yes,
department, they
yes,
can
yes.
offer a lot of things
Go
on
ahead, who was there?
I just have one comment, because it has all 1 to 8, and the one that we're focusing on the Women Hall of Fame, right?
No, on one.
We're
On
doing 1 and 2.
Now, we've been having the Women Hall of Fame, is there something that we have to have all the time? Or can we focus on something else, you know?
Well,
I know
it's
that
every 2 years.
It's every 2 years,
I know,
yes.
pero todas las demás también, I mean, son también duties that we have to take care of, I mean, we don't have to, if we're just gonna focus on and I like the Hall of Fame, pero digo yo, pues dice Hall of Fame, but then again, to participate in this, to do that, to recommend. Todo lo demás que lo va a hacer. And we can,
You have been doing
We
it.
have been doing it.
but
That's
we
what
have
I'm
been
trying to
doing,
say.
but we haven't focused, I mean,
Yeah.
totally,
It's que
on
ya,
something like
once
that.
the
Just
Hall
want
of
to
Fame
make
is
that
over, it's
simple.
over, we concentrate on something
know.
else,
Por
like right
eso.
now.
You have an off year.
Por eso, we have the off year, pero we cannot be bogged down with too many things because tenemos todas las cosas que hacer.
No, no, no.
You know, and I'm not criticizing anybody, it's just that there's just a lot of things and we
Okay,
cannot
and we
save the
can
world.
discuss further, right now, we're just looking at the
Yeah,
bylaws,
just-
okay, Diana?
Okay, I don't know, I mean, most of you are new, but Sylvia was there and Esther was there. Back in the days when we used to, well, I don't know about Lupita, but we used to have, on the regular meetings, we would invite ladies from the community to speak. You know, a
That could be
10,
done.
15-minute,
Yeah.
speech,
Oh,
okay?
yeah, that's
How they came
Presentation.
about to become that individual, okay? And I think that would cover the, how to help and promote the ladies. You know, you could get
That's an
a
option.
banker, you could get a lawyer, a judge,
Educator.
health, I mean,
Same
and get that lady in every of the meetings, because, I mean, they would take 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But that would be presenting to
To
us.
us,
No.
we wanna present it
Well,
to,
no, because it's live.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how many women are gonna go live to listen to our meetings?
No, but she's right, but that would help us to
Yes.
identify and then take it even further, a step further to take it to the community.
yeah,
I
cause we
agree.
just don't wanna
Yeah.
educate
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they're
Others,
speaking to the
we-
choir.
Yeah,
They would
no.
be speaking to the choir.
But that would give you an
It-
idea of
it-
what to do and then how to present it. That's a topic that
It
you
is an option.
identify.
an option.
You identify. It's not just, you don't just need a survey to identify. You can identify with a person telling you, look, these are the problems.
We already know.
Sister Rosemary, she'll tell you all the problems that, and, you know, what we have. So, and then what can we do, sister, to help you? That's identifying and researching. You don't need one to go to the, I mean, you can do it several ways.
And when you
That's
mentioned
what I'm
that,
trying to
who's
say.
gonna see it, I mean, this is public, I mean, it's a public record, I mean, it's live.
Yeah,
no,
but
I know that, but
if
I'm
you look at
saying,
it, the hits are 55 hits, 20 hits that people reviewed the meeting.
Well, I mean, we,
I've never seen it myself.
I've been monitoring it.
I don't know.
It's just not
Yeah.
targeting the markets that we wanna target, it'll target sound.
Yes.
But you know
It's
what?
an option, it's an
Yeah,
option.
just real quick, cause I know we wanna move on.
Mhm.
Diana, what we could do with that is the people that would accept to come, invite them to be the presenters when we do have that
because that's what,
seminar.
That's what I said.
Amber used to do.
Yeah.
Or even when we used to have
Yeah, that's a great
the
idea.
lady, the Young Women's Commission and the,
Yeah,
I mean,
college.
we had the different,
Yeah.
classes that they would attend, and they would have, speakers for the banking, how to go and apply for a job, I mean,
Okay,
That's
so all of
exactly
this,
what I
ladies,
said.
is great idea, everything
Excuse me.
you all are saying,
After they come and talk to us, then we take action from there. It's not just that they're gonna see us and,
Yeah.
but when they come, they can tell us what we can do and then take action. And maybe if we've had 4 invited guests, those 4 can be the panelists for the following
For
thing
another.
and we can have it at TAMIU. I don't know, you know, I mean, something like that.
okay, well, all of this, I think it's great discussion that we're talking about, because I just wanted to bring awareness, okay, on the bylaws. Bring awareness, and now that we're all talking about this, now we're aware, hey, we need to address this, because it's some of the purposes and duties of the commission.
And I know, we used to do a lot of these different things, but remember that, when all that came about the fundraising, and that we were the only committee in the whole, city that had an extra account, and,
We
you know,
debated
and we were actually told that we were just gonna solely be in charge of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I mean, so the city council, I mean, we're under the umbrella of them, because, I mean, we're here because of them. So, because they issue the permission to do the Hall of Fame. And there, and the different categories, I mean, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and that's why we're just looking at our purposes and duties, and then decide, hey, if this is what we need to do, We already identified, we already know, we already doing some of the things like Rosa Maria said, like you said, like most of you have said. Now we're just probably in the goals and our plan of action, be more specific. These are the things that we're gonna be doing this month, to address our rules, our responsibilities.
Correct.
Okay, shall we go to Article 3, ladies?
Yes.
Membership. The commission shall be composed of 18 members. I also have a concern about this. 2 per city council, and we don't have that. We just don't have that. So it's here that needs to happen, and I don't know, maybe in there where it says assistance to city council to recommend the people to be in the commission, maybe we can do that as individual members or
I've already-
something.
Yeah.
I've already, I know that Mr. Van Gela had spoken to, Victoria, Miss Narvaez's granddaughter, and she spoke to Mr. Van Gela, and she says, that supposedly he was
He's
gonna
gonna
do an
recommend.
interview, but she says, no, you don't need one, because, I mean, she had already been in the committee some time back. And, but they never got back to her because, so she would have been able to go and get sworn in. So she had called me and asked me, well, they never called me, because she says, am I supposed to go to that meeting? Saying
Here.
today, you know, that was under Mr. Rajel's,
Appointments.
appointments.
He needs to appoint it because it has to get approved by the rest of the city
Right,
council.
right.
Yeah, he would have to appoint to.
And it should be an item on the
It's
agenda,
already-
appointments.
Yeah.
It is in there?
Yeah, but she hasn't taken her oath.
So she was appointed on
So
that.
she was approved?
And what
So then
council
she needs
is
to
that?
go?
Raquel.
All right.
She needs to go to take her oath at
This
city
was April
secretary. 15th, that she was on there.
Okay, but,
And
and they never got back to her
Yeah.
to
She
call
hasn't
her?
been sworn in.
Yeah, she needs to call because.
Yeah.
city
I don't
secretary-
have
Can I have a copy of that one?
Is yeah.
It's the agenda or what?
It's a city council.
Yes.
It's like me that I asked to come to the meeting even though I hadn't taken the oath, but they told me you can go, but you cannot just vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came, I just.
And now
Maybe
you-
she needs
Yes,
to call
until-
and make an appointment
She
to
needs
go
to
take
take
her oath.
Now it's gonna be with Mr. Maldonado, right?
Maldonado, yeah.
Okay.
And there's also
Yeah,
Laura
she's
Yanes,
secretary.
that appointed that same
What's his
day
first name?
for the commission.
Laura,
Yanes,
under whom?
under, Tyler King.
Yanis.
Who's that? What was
She's
that?
Laura.
Laura Yanis.
She's-
Laura Yanes.
I served with her in another.
And Angie can call if they
She's
haven't
very
taken their oath, but they really.
And-
Okay.
I'm gonna be transferring council because, my council member will be leaving in November. So I've already spoken to my council member from my area, which is Ruben, and I'm gonna be transferring to him. And I just got off the phone last week and I think that it was recommended that I go ahead and request for the transfer to Ruben, so I'm gonna call our council
So
member.
just stay here.
Yeah.
Just stay here.
Yeah, Ruben has to put it on the agenda like.
Yeah, so he can put it on
Has
the
he given
agenda
somebody already?
next week. No, he had some vacancies.
And your Albert Torres is also gonna.
Sí,
yeah.
that's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, so that last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to the item here, so I think we need to help out our city representatives to find out if they can recommend somebody so we can have the 18 members.
So can we
Yes.
identify?
I already, let me
Rosa
see.
Maria.
I had already told you before when we said, how can we ask them? I mean, how can we help when we said recommend, and I said not as a committee, but as an individual, like you recommended, Ruben take you, but I recommended my councilman, councilwoman, because I'm with Alisa, sometimes, many times, they don't know, we're not 18 here because they don't know who to put. Or sometimes, many times they ask,
And they say no.
Maria Soli, no, I can't because of this and that,
That's
many
not their
times,
fault.
that's what they told me. So it takes up, as council
Well, I
members
think,
are here, we can tell them, please, and give them names and addresses. No nomás dile, I nominate Diana, no, Diana, and this is her phone number, and this is her address, and this is her email. I think, be active, like you say, proactive, and do it and call
Or
the council.
we can tell the person that we want them to be the representative, call this council member and ask him if he can appoint you.
well, let's start by getting the
no.
list, wait, let's start by getting the list of those council members that are pending. that the seats are not filled.
Okay.
Because you usually give us one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and that way we can we start doing
Let me
that.
finish what I was saying, instead of you telling the member, can you appoint me? No, you call your councilwoman
That's what she
and
said.
Oh,
say,
no, yeah, that's what I
and the
said.
other way around, and
Yeah,
say,
call the
"Look,
councilman."
Lupita Ramirez is a wonderful woman and I highly recommend her to
That's
be.
what you said.
And I've already, no, she said for you to call the councilman, no.
I don't know.
I mean, for
For
us.
yourself, for yourself.
No, I mean, we can recommend
There's different
somebody
ways
else.
you can do it.
Let me,
There's different
No,
ways.
but if
that
I
you
would
can do
like,
it.
when the councilman, Gonzalez, Jesse Gonzalez, no, not Jesse, so el hermano, ¿cómo se llama? Jesse is the commissioner.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through a couple more and then we'll.
I called
Okay.
him today.
All right, can I continue these?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, so there's Article 2, we're talking about the 18 members, so we've all discussed the fact that we're gonna find different ways in which we can call councilmen and let them know, hey, can you please fill the positions that are vacant, and she's gonna let us know, and she's gonna let us know. And then also that we, as commission members, we serve the duration of the mayor's or the council member's election term, as we well know. But serve at the pleasure of the city council, right? And the terms are not triggered by appointment, but run continuously. Any member who is not appointed at the expiration of a term is deemed appointed to fulfill an unexpired term.
And I've told the library commission, if nobody gets appointed, you stay there until somebody
Yeah,
appoints.
until somebody
else is appointed. Okay.
Exactly.
An individual commission member may not act in an official capacity except through action of commission, okay? So we cannot say, go somewhere and say, oh, I'm representing here Laredo Commission for Women, like on your own. It has to be by a group, like we've gone to the bridge, like we've gone to events together, either by appointed by the commission or so on. And then the other one has a lot of writing on it. Was that, okay, yes, a commission member is absent for 4 regular scheduled meetings of a calendar year, automatically forfeits the member's position, irrespective of whether said absences are excused, unexcused, consecutive, or non-consecutive. And then I don't know why it was changed, mine has changed. The commission member who forfeits her position under this section is not eligible for appointment to any city board, commissions, or committee until the expiration of the current term.
And that's for all committees,
For all
all
committees.
boards.
Okay.
It used to be three consecutive absences.
And
they
then
changed it
increased
to
it
they
to 4.
increased it to 4. No, I think.
Not consecutive either, I mean,
It has-
it's in the
Yeah,
calendar
in the
year,
calendar
calendar year.
Calendar year.
Yeah, because that shows that those persons are not interested.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
they might not, that they're not interested, it might be that,
They don't
they're
have time.
unavailable on the date that they're meeting.
Right, but for 4 months, it's too much. No, look, I asked for a leave of absence, and I didn't know, and that's when they started, we can do it through WebEx or through Zoom, you know.
So,
And I'm the one that started, thanks to Ruben, and I represent him in the
That we're.
library,
that we're not.
because I didn't wanna miss, but I couldn't come physically.
Because
And
there's-
so he said, okay, we can do that, and they presented it to the city council, and we started it because I asked for it. But I'm interested, except that I couldn't, so I think 4 times, it shows that you have no interest. Four times?
Well, like I said, it used to be 3 times. now
But
it's
it's
only
around 4
I mean,
times.
They,
They're being
And
nice.
it's true, if you forfeit, you're not eligible, so.
For any other.
Yeah, it's better if you have 3 and you know you're gonna be absent, go ahead and resign,
Yes, yes.
and then come back.
And
Okay,
then, yeah,
yes.
can I go on to the next one? As we know, we don't get a salary, well understood. And then the next one, 3.06, a member who seeks to resign from the commission shall submit a writing resignation to the chair of the commission, the staff liaison, or the city secretary's office. If possible, the resignation should allow for a 30-day notice so the city council can appoint a replacement. Now, I just spoke to Amber, I know, okay, no, you used to stay. Amber, I think this is her 4th one,
No, we started our
the new year.
so
Okay. She still has another one?
Two absences.
Oh, two. Okay, I'll talk to her about that, because she thought it was her fourth one.
No, not yet.
Okay, well, let's see whatever she decides. And she might, I think she was gonna turn in a letter, but then she says I might just be forfeited, so I don't know. Let's see what she decides. Okay, and then we know about the quorum, that we, it says here that let's see, the majority of the members of the commission will constitute a quorum. And so it's half of the members, right? They were
Half to one.
half and one.
That's one.
Okay.
That was
A
third
nominating
members.
committee established under the provision of six, consisting of 3 commission members. So right now I'm going to appoint a committee to continue reading, because we cannot read this today. It's gonna take us forever. I'm gonna stop at this point,
Right.
and it's already almost, we've been in the meeting already,
An hour.
about an hour.
I know.
And so I just wanted to kind of like open our, our thinking about this, and if we're following, and if not, what do we need to make changes about? It goes on to commission officers. I did have a question, ladies. If you go to page, it's not numbered, but this page back here,
see the number.
Article 10, Biennial Women's Hall of Fame. Article 10. You see that?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the back of that, letter F. Nominees must be living. No posthumous nominees will be considered. What happened there?
We had, in 2019, when I came in,
See.
we had a change. I remember.
Well, that was the reason.
Where is it?
She died during the process.
Yeah, that's,
Yes. Who was
a char, wasn't it a char? Yes, yes.
See.
And then, when we elected Jovita, we had changed that we could accept, now why it's not here, I don't know.
That's
I'm
my
not in
question.
charge.
It might be that it got changed in the application,
Yes.
but not in the bylaws, so it might be an amendment that you.
Because when we had Jovita, which I said, because of the posthumous, I said, let's put people who are, legends, and they have never, and now she's been recognized
Yeah.
by the park and by the quarter and national,
Yeah.
nationwide. But in Laredo, a lot of people didn't know her.
Which
Like
was-
a lot of people don't know Leonor Villegas Magnon. She's, oh my God, another hero, hero. No,
So
no,
did
no.
city
So what
council
happened?
approve this change?
So what,
That's
The
why,
posthumous,
that's why
yes,
I'm bringing
yes,
it up, because
yes,
it's not.
yes, they did.
Should be in the
They
We
minutes.
voted on it.
I
Should be in
did,
the minutes.
yes.
Well,
I
and
make
when
the
you
motion.
presented
I
your
second.
slate, it
Yes,
got approved,
yes, yes.
like
Yeah.
Jovita.
This
Right,
is, this
right.
is,
But you might wanna address it here.
I've been here over 5 years, and I know it was because of
Ms. Achar.
Ms. Achar that she
Ah,
died.
is that
And,
where
and that's
she's-
why,
That was
That's the one.
5 or 6 years, maybe 6 years.
Maybe
Yeah.
6 years, that
Maybe
you and I had
six.
just
Yes,
come in.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we definitely need to get that attorney to come over here
On
and
that
talk to
one.
us
I
about
don't know
this.
why it's not here, because we did
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
Yes, she died during the application.
Hopefully she
process.
can come to our next meeting and we'll have these little questions, why
Yeah.
aren't they in the,
And
now I
this-
have another one over here. Now we go to Exhibit A, look where it says Exhibit A, Laredo Commission for Women Bylaws, it says February 21st, 2011. You
Where-
see that?
excuse me, where is
Or
that?
it
Where
says,
is
it's
it
like
now?
this.
No, where is it?
No,
Well,
it's
I'm telling you,
part
it just says
We don't have
Exhibit
that.
A.
Last page, is it the last page?
we don't have that.
I don't have that.
We don't
No,
have
we don't have
Exhibit
it.
A.
No, no,
No.
Okay, well in that
And
one.
this is in the fact, is it this?
Okay,
No.
well, that's just going back, Ms. Casas, going back to the one on the F, what happened this past, Hall of Fame that we didn't,
Well, we didn't
We
nominate
didn't have
anybody.
anybody
We
nominated.
didn't, nobody
Nobody.
nominated a
Anybody.
posthumous.
You don't have to have one every
We
year.
don't have to, like, you don't have to have a doctor, it says there,
Whoever they
that
nominate.
we don't
See.
have to have one, but, but it was, in that case,
It was just the applications we
See.
received by the
Yeah.
deadline. If
In
it
that
was
case,
a posthumous one,
yeah.
we would have, looked
I
at it.
nominated, I think,
Yeah.
Jovita Hidalgo, because I had read the book that Gabriela Gonzalez wrote. Gabriela is the one that was the guest speaker,
that
yeah, and
Okay, and we definitely need to get assistance, because I have this that it says on 2011, And here on section 2, it says, if any member is absent for more than 2 consecutive unexcused.
That's an old, that's an
That's
old.
an old.
That's
Okay.
an old.
Yeah, and
Okay.
why haven't they been changed?
I'm sorry, I wanna go back to Exhibit A. Can you tell us what that is, even though we don't have it?
Yes,
But it's dated
This
2011.
one you sent me.
Yes,
It's the one you
2011.
sent me, remember when
Okay.
you-
Yeah.
Oh, the exhibit is also from 2011?
Yes,
So
2011.
not even
That's
discussed.
amendment. So
This-
that
not
does
even
not
discussed.
apply, yeah.
Not
Okay,
even
so then
discussed.
that's,
There were
that,
amendments
but
after
even
amendments.
this one, but even this current one is not.
It's not up to date,
Right.
because we changed it like in
Yeah,
2018
I'm more
or-
concerned about that because we have that portion.
2018 or 19, and you
Yeah,
weren't
this
here.
is 19.
That's
So,
the new one.
but it has to have been after that?
No, it's because when we changed it because she died during the
process,
application.
Yes.
But then you put Jovita and that was after that.
Yes, that was after. That was after.
So she died in 2018.
Yeah.
So then Jovita, yeah, it was in
But
between
that
that
came
time.
into 20.
It was in
Antes.
between that time.
Yes.
Okay, may I assign a committee then?
Yes.
Okay, committee, I wanna go ahead and assign a committee that we get together and review this and highlight what we feel, we have questions on, or that is not in accordance to what we're actually doing, or so that way when we bring in the assistant city attorney, we can already have those questions, like, for example, that posthumous issue that is not in here, okay? So let's, I would like to assign, Lupita, can you be the chair?
Yes.
Thank you, okay. So, and it says 3 members, so Lupita and Mary Louise, can you join that committee?
Mary Lou? Yes.
Mary, I'm sorry, Mary Louise Navarro. Thinking of Mary Louise Navarro, I'm sorry, Mary Lou. And then, the third person is Sylvia, can you be in it, since you're the co-chair?
Yes.
As well, so in case next year you're the chair, or whatever, you already know what's going on. Okay, very good.
So it's a committee to review the bylaws.
Right.
And make recommendations to the rest of the committee.
And for new business, I would like to invite the lady Amber Holmes to see if she can come to the meeting, and that way the committee will already come with some kind of questions for her and be prepared so that she won't be like, just, okay, I'm here, ask me what you need to ask. ¿Verdad? Okay. Anything else, ladies, on the bylaws? I thought it was very interesting when I was reading and thinking, okay, all right, but it makes a lot of sense about in the plan of action, we should come up with identifying those, topics and so on, and we got a lot of good ideas from the discussion so far. But you all have them with you. You all also take a minute if you can at home, do some homework, look through them, highlight. That's what I did. Look at all the highlights that I have in yellow. Highlight what you think we need to discuss when the assistant attorney is here, and let's have our questions ready. And that way we know, hey, yes, we're doing this, or no, we're not doing it, or what needs to be changed.
Where does it say that it's 2019? Where is the date? Because
It's the ordinance.
the ordinance?
Uh-huh.
2019.
At the very top,
So
because-
that's what I was reading here, that exhibit A says
Because we-
2019. Look, exhibit A,
But we don't have
But
that
we
one.
don't have
I know,
that.
it says
Mine-
2021, it's even
Mine doesn't say
more
that.
recent.
Mine does
The
not say
front
that.
page
At the very
says
top, you have the very
the
first page.
1994.
Turn it the other way.
The
The
front
front
page
the
says
front
1994.
Yeah, city
At the
council
top.
regular meeting.
Whereas on mine,
It's
At the very top.
2019.
oh, 2019-01.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
I
these
need that
are
ordinance.
2021,
At the
the
very
newer.
top.
At the very top.
2019.
Aquí lo sé.
It's 2011.
Ah, yeah, arriba.
2011,
This will
2019.
be 2019.
Oh,
Can you put my name in
169.
yours?
Ahí dice abajo, dice Mary
What
Lou,
kind
dice
of
2011.
That's
2019
the
I
year.
put my name,
No,
and my
That's
son.
not
Ah,
road
very
to
good.
something.
But sí, where I put the line.
That's
Sí,
ordinance
put the line here.
number, not.
No, it has to be.
Ah, porque
the
miro
year.
Navarro and I'm like, no, no.
It has to be.
Ibarra.
Yeah, signed by Raúl. signed by
Ah,
us.
okay, so those are old.
I put my name
What
over
is
there.
the date? That
Oh, I
mine
saw that.
has
That's the-
2019-0169?
That's how.
What
That's
does that mean?
2019, yes.
29, what does
Later.
0169 mean?
That's the number of the ordinance.
But then look what it
That's
says,
all it is.
passed by the
26,
city
19,
council and
correct.
approved by the mayor on March 2011.
Yes, that was the old
2011.
one.
Okay.
So this one was passed by the city council in
That's
2019.
fine, okay.
Yes.
And we had already done the posthumous with a tar and then with Politeida, so it doesn't jive.
It doesn't.
And
And
we
it might be
had-
that it didn't make it into the
Yeah,
license.
yeah,
So.
because, but then it was not you that was with us, it was, what was her name? Ay, what was her name? Zulema.
Here's that it would be very hard
Why
for me to
didn't
get
it
this
get
anytime after 5.
Okay, ladies, let's continue. We all okay with that? So we already talked about the bylaws. We have a plan. We have a committee. Lupita is the chair, and we have Mary Lou that's going to be in the committee, and also Sylvia Paloma.
Well, let me see, because I know that it does bring concern, you can get somebody else, because I know that most of y'all are retired and could probably meet more. I do work every day till 5, so I don't know, you know, if
It
it's
would
best.
have to be after
you-
5.
It would have to be after 5, so I don't know if it's best that you get somebody else.
Yeah, you want to be in the committee?
I'm going to be out of town a lot.
Along, so.
Es que
So I'm sorry.
le digo, to me, le digo, do
But
you
I
work?
won't.
Dice, yes, till 5.
Yeah,
Every
every day,
day.
so I don't know. So I don't know if you
Every
maybe
day.
Miss Esther would be.
You would just have to
She
be
works
after 5.
Okay, we'll meet for
And
dinner.
that's okay. Meet after 5 p.m. We had a meeting after 5
We
p.m.
can.
Yeah,
they
I
don't
guess.
need to put up-
Okay, no, we'll
We'll
accommodate.
work, accommodate. Thank you, accommodations, okay. All right, next, we have recommendations. Anybody have any recommendations for the 2026 Hall of Fame?
Yes,
That's
I
all,
do.
we're going to entertain recommendations.
I'm gonna be, going, for recommendations for the 2026, Hall of Fame. I would like, to recommend that this past, Hall of Fame, there was a lot of conflict. First of all, because, we didn't have the tickets, and then Nestor did, make a motion to make the tickets. If you're gonna be doing the tickets as we've always done before in prior years, if you're not gonna be accepting any children at the Hall of Fame, you need to make sure that, you include no children allowed.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of conflict in that aspect. My council person was not able to attend because of that reason. Now, mind you, that there was children attending the Hall of Fame.
Okay, your recommendation has been noted, yeah.
That the
Anything,
tickets,
anybody else?
that would be there on
Yeah.
that one. And also on the agenda,
Mhm.
that it's always proper to, since we're under the umbrella of the city council, for the mayor to open the Hall of Fame, to do the first, of course, I mean, there's a chair, the chair's gonna be in charge, but, I mean, you do not just put the mayor at the end of the program to just thank them.
Okay,
because,
it has been noted. Okay.
I would appreciate that that is included and that he is at the very beginning of the agenda, because that's the way it should be, and, that way they know that we're under the umbrella of the city council, and we're here because of them, because they appointed us.
Okay, noted. Anything else?
And, the pictures, I know that the individuals of the, city council could be also included, at the beginning, you know. I mean, I know that they had the different things and I had it on my truck, and I accidentally got it off my vehicle.
Pictures, city
Pictures
council.
of
Okay,
city
I'm
council.
noting.
Yeah.
And also secretaries, y'all are noting that, okay? Anything else?
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
This is the second time I say it. Instead of reading the whole thing that it's already printed, just get the highlights. 3 highlights, 5 highlights. I was told, not by one, not by two, by several persons, that it was very, very long and boring because they already had it there and you were reading to them, and even one said 2 years ago, not this time, it's an insult to my intelligence for people to read when I can read myself. I'm just quoting.
And that's fine, I've heard the opposite also, the people that were actually sitting there, listening to all about them, they felt very good.
Well.
I've heard, everything has pros and cons, you cannot keep everybody happy, all you can do is try the
Well,
best that you
as
can.
you said that it was too long, and I think it's too long because just give the highlights,
Yes.
just give the
And
highlights.
that's fine, whoever's
Just
in
give the
charge
highlights.
in 2026, make sure y'all bring it up again,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be a,
Yeah,
totally
just
different
this morning,
situation.
somebody told me, just this morning, and she was an honoree, one of the honorees.
And everybody has
And-
different,
and-
you know.
No, and somebody at my table, and she was one, she is a, person, and several people.
So
And,
I'd
you
like
know,
to throw this back on the nominating committee. We
Yeah.
asked, because I'm gonna tell you our experience, we were focusing on the highlights, and it took 4 hours for me to narrow somebody's, I'm gonna call it
Bio.
resume.
Yeah,
Resume, and even then, I could not do it I could not do it. So I would like to stipulate, the resume has to be only this long, if not, we
That's
will
right.
return it.
Oh,
Right,
I had
right.
to
Resume
return,
will
at that
be
time,
returned,
we
yes.
had to return
We
3
had.
of them, because they
Yes.
didn't even fit,
No.
and
Yes, yes, I
Mandolini,
had
they
one.
didn't fit.
yes.
So it's a difficult situation,
Right,
some
because-
people, want everything read about them, some don't like everything read about them.
Well,
It's got its,
but that she has 3 wonderful daughters and 2 cats and 2 dogs, that does not make them, be in the Hall of Fame, and we did read that.
But it
And
was,
We read the daughters of the cats?
The daughters, yes, wonderful
No.
daughters, yes.
the names of the dogs.
Yes, and we did, and that's not why they're in the commission.
Okay, well, these are
One
good,
comment,
wonderful recommendations,
Yeah.
we're noting them down. Let's talk, whoever's in charge of the committee in 2 years, make sure that if you all are on the commission, make sure that you bring it up.
just one comment, Sandra, I know that it said that we were gonna start at a certain hour, which we did, and it ended at a certain hour,
You
which
didn't
we
read
did.
it, oh,
It didn't go over, but as you say, maybe some people no les gustó.
Well, you
But
cannot
they-
please everybody.
no, que no les gustó. There was
Well,
a lot of compliments, and there were some.
There were a lot of, it was
There
a
was a lot of
wonderful, except for that it was too long. The lady this morning said, la gente está volteando, but they didn't know where to look now anymore, because it was so long.
It's a long event,
No,
3 hours.
no, but the reading,
hours.
she just meant the
The
reading.
reading.
She said it was wonderful, everything else.
Thank her for her comment.
Yes, yes, I
Tell
will.
her,
I'm
thank
gonna
you very
send her
much,
at
on
the end of-
behalf of the commission, we thank you for
Yeah,
your comment,
yeah,
we're gonna take it into
Yeah,
account for
this
next, in 2 years. We'll see if somebody can come up with a
And,
great idea
and,
on how to make it shorter
shorter.
and
Well,
not offend the
exactly.
inductee and all
Yeah,
that.
well,
Yeah.
you just ask people who are in the speech how to give a speech or how to give a presentation, professionals.
How about,
Like Joe Arciniaga, for example, or Tricia Cortez, for example, who are trained in that, and they'll tell you never read what's already there.
Yeah,
Unless
but
you're
por
in
eso te
mass,
digo,
you know,
it
if
could
you
be
mass,
somebody that
está
come
bien.
out with a
In mass, you
better
read the gospel and you read it and you hear it, but we're not in mass.
Yes,
You
well, in
know, this
2
is,
years.
it's just the highlights.
Yeah.
And
I've been
I know it's hard.
I've
but
been
we
to a
can-
lot of events.
Oh, yeah, I
Big
know.
events, and they read, okay?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Correction.
We can ask them, what is that you want us to highlight?
okay,
So they will not be offended.
If I
What
may-
is it that you want us to highlight? Why is it that you're in the commission for women? Not
Okay,
because
if
you
I-
have 2
And that,
daughters.
that could be something y'all can discuss in 2
Maybe
years,
so.
where
Yeah,
if this
because
already
we'll
happened,
We'll
in
discuss it
2
whenever.
years.
Ya lo que ya pasó, pasó, vámonos.
Vámonos.
okay, if I may,
Sorry.
Sí.
maybe you could, at that Hall of Fame, the
In 2 years.
incoming, the 2026, maybe what you could do is, put a suggestion box.
También.
Va a ser mi
But we are the
suggestions.
ones that
Yeah.
we carry the program, not the
Not the
person. We
suggestion.
carry it.
I mean,
We
I'll be honest
carry
with
it.
you, I think it's a good idea. I don't wanna know about your dog and your cats.
Yeah.
But I
Or
think it's
that
a good
you
idea
know.
to nip
Yeah.
it somehow, because it is interesting, but the attention span of the
Yeah.
individuals is only so
Yeah,
much.
that's what I'm saying,
No.
thank that person, maybe
Yeah.
she can give us some ideas on
Well,
how to
she
do it
did, she
better.
said,
Well-
just give the highlights.
For the poet laureate, when we ask no more than 2 pages, no more than. you
A page
can-
and a half.
Uh-huh, a page
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah,
you
and
can
we
do
did,
the double
but-
spaced.
but-
And you can pick your highlights. We can, okay, I want everything, no. We can ask them so they will not be, you know.
Okay,
saying,
ladies,
yeah.
thank you for the recommendations, for new business. I think we're gonna have, the agenda item to have, invite Ms. Holmes to come, and we can continue discussing the, okay, thank
I
you.
got a meeting, I mean, I've got an
Continue
appointment.
discussing the bylaws, right? Okay, that's it.
That's it.
And you
I-
make
I-
a motion? Are you making a motion?
To
To
adjourn
adjourn
the
the
meeting.
Yeah.
There's a first and a second,
Okay.
all those in
Fourth and
favor?
fifth.
Aye. Okay, thank you, ladies, thank you,
Yeah.
so good luck with the doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Vamos.